So Portugal through to the World Cup. North Macedonia's fairy tale is over as we welcome in Mark Ogden to the show. Mark, Portugal deserving it in the end, but I bet it was pretty nervy, wasn't it, in the stadium early doors?
It was certainly nervy until Fernandes scored the first goal, because I thought North Macedonia came with a game plan to frustrate. It looked like right from the outset they're trying to get to penalties. The goalkeeper was wasting time in the first 15 minutes endlessly. So it was one of those occasions where if Portugal hadn't scored before half-time, it would have been very nervy. But they got the goal before half-time, and after that it was fairly obvious they were going to win the game. But North Macedonia, for me, yeah, romantic story, but it would have been awful at the World Cup if they had qualified. They had no ambition whatsoever in this game.
And where's your heart, Mark? Mark, by the way, was at the game, which I may not have mentioned. It looks like he's just in his child's bedroom.
Where's my heart? I want to see teams that are attacking it. The World Cup's about flair, the best players. It's not about teams that go there and play 3 games trying to frustrate and keep clean sheets. So, yeah, North Macedonia would have been a fairy tale, but it wouldn't have been an enjoyable fairy tale for anyone watching them.
It's like, what, Trinidad and Tobago, 3-0 draws? Who needs that in their lives?
What? Have you know we lost 1 game? We lost 2 games, as a matter of fact, so just remember. So have that.
We did not draw 0-0.
That was Peter Crouch, wasn't it?
Yes,
Very
Peter
fair
Crouch's
header.
team, Gerard, and we lost 2-0 to Paraguay as well. Thanks for reminding me. That was our well, don't remind Mark, because Mark clearly hates fairy tales. I've never... What? You're in a child's bedroom hating fairy tales. I don't know what's going on.
How did we get onto you?
I have absolutely no idea. I was sitting here innocently, just, minding my own business.
Overall, Portugal obviously the better side, but they're going to have to get some collectiveness together, aren't they, before the World Cup?
Yeah, and today was important for Portugal just in the sense of getting through it. In fact, the whole playoff is just getting through it. But I imagine that if you're Fernando Santos, if you're Portugal, once you take a deep breath and just kind of go, all right, we're through to the World Cup, you have to figure out how you're able to get the very best of what is, on paper, a very talented attacking group. While we focus on Ronaldo, and obviously it's important anytime that you talk about Portugal that we mention Ronaldo, if Portugal are going to be successful in the World Cup, it's going to have to be a combination of the talent that they have in the attacking half. It's no longer about depending on Ronaldo, because simply he cannot do it at the level that he once did. And so all these pieces have to fit together and fit in a manner in which Portugal can make a deep run if they produce with consistency. They were not able to do that at times during qualifiers. That's why they found themselves in the playoff. And in the playoff, they did just enough. Certainly today against North Macedonia, it was just enough. Now they advance, time to breathe, time to take a step back, and then evaluate how you get better from here until then.
How big a pedestal does Cristiano Ronaldo remain on in Portugal, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they love him here, and they were singing his name. But I think I saw the Turkey game, and I've been here tonight. I think there's definitely an evolution going on with the Portugal team right now. But at times you're playing with a front 5, with Ronaldo involved, and Jota, and Bernardo Silva, and Bruno Fernandes, and Otavio. I think they are beginning to play as a team, rather than a team that relies solely on Ronaldo. And let's not forget they were missing Ruben Dias tonight, they were missing Ruben Neves, Pedro Neto, João Felix was on the bench. They've got a lot of depth, Portugal. Now, I do think at times they do fall short against the big teams, but I think if they get it right, they've got a very strong defence, they've got good goalkeepers, they've got better players, with more belief now in the players, people like Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes believe they can win games on their own. So I think Portugal will be a dangerous team in Qatar. Are they the favourites? I'm not too sure. But I don't think any of the favourites will want to play Portugal, because they have got that ability as a team now to beat teams rather than just relying solely on Ronaldo.
Got a proper chance, Shane?
No, I don't see Portugal winning this, but they are a very talented team. Whether that comes together in a way that sees them go deep in the tournament, again, I'm not sure. And that depends on the draw and a lot of other factors going into this one. But as far as this game goes, I think this probably would have given the Portuguese more sleepless nights than it should have, and clearly, given the result, how it went. But having stumbled in the way that you do in the back end of group qualifying, you just wonder if you miss that opportunity. And then while you're thinking it's going to be Italy later on, you're faced with North Macedonia, you see what they do in just parking a bus against the Italians and then hitting late. That becomes a concern, especially when you see somebody like Ronaldo on, 24th minute step up and miss the opportunity that he does. And that provides for a very nervy chance. And the goal came at exactly the right time, and then it's easy. But I don't think anything about the playoffs, even these one-legged situations, is simple or you take for granted. You get through them. Portugal have now gotten through them. Now you think about what's to come at the World Cup. Potentially good. I don't see them going deep. They can get into the knockout phases. But even then, I don't see too much from them from there on in.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.